I know you're sick of it. I'm sick of it. But unfortunately, we have to talk about it again. In just about 2 weeks, TikTok is scheduled to disappear in the United States. Will someone just please make a decision? Am I right? The facts are this. We've already seen President Trump delay the implementation of this ban twice. Once on his first day in office and again in April. But the question is this time going to be different? Will TikTok actually go dark on June 19th? Here's what we know. By now, you know this all hinges on TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, divesting or selling off its interest in US TikTok. Since ByteDance is based in China, that divestiture needs to be approved by China. Once and for all, no, ByteDance is not a Singaporean company. TikTok's CEO is from Singapore. That has nothing to do with the parent company, which is a Chinese company. So, after Republicans and Democrats in Congress overwhelmingly passed the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act last year, which ordered this ban, Trump said he was going to put the enforcement of the law on hold because he alone could make a deal with China to both comply with the law and keep TikTok alive in the United States. But that was January. And if you've been paying attention to my page at all, you know a lot has happened since then. In April, Trump himself said we were this close to a deal on TikTok. But then, just before that deal was scheduled to be announced, Trump had his Liberation Day and jacked up the tariffs on everyone, including China. And even Trump knew that may derail things with TikTok.
Mr. President, where does the TikTok deal stand, given what we've seen, the tariffs
Well,
to
it's moving
China?
along, but obviously I would say right now China's not exactly thrilled about signing it. We have a deal with some very good people, some very rich companies that would do a great job with it, but we're going to have to wait to see what's going to happen with China. So
Mr. President, still on the table?
no, it's on the table very much. I think China's going to want to do it, actually.
That was April, and obviously China did not and has not wanted to do the deal on TikTok. In fact, China responded to Trump's tariffs by retaliating against the United States and increasing tariffs on U.S. imports. Then Trump again increased the U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports, as you know, to 145%. And that just shut down communication between the U.S. and China. Well, a few weeks ago, the U.S. and China agreed to bring those tariffs on each other back down temporarily. But the U.S. tariffs on China are still much higher than they were before. So you're probably thinking, Lisa, what the hell do tariffs have to do with TikTok? Well, have you ever wanted to make an agreement or a deal with somebody? It's kind of hard to do when the person on the other side who makes the decisions won't talk to you, right? And that's exactly what's going on now. President Xi of China, who ultimately will have to sign off on ByteDance's divestiture of U.S. TikTok, does not like the way President Trump is going about this tariff business. So he's just not engaging. And despite the president himself and the White House and all the top officials saying over and over, week after week after week, that Trump is going to talk to Xi this week, Trump and Xi still have not talked. And this morning, Trump seemed frustrated about that, posting to his social media account, "I like President Xi of China, always have and always will, but he is very tough and extremely hard to make a deal with." Now, Trump has said he would be willing to approve another extension to delay the enforcement of the TikTok ban. But it's also being reported that this time, Trump may be willing to let TikTok go dark on June 19th to try and force China's president to the negotiating table over tariffs. I'm going to be following this very closely. I'll keep you posted as soon as I know anything. But regardless, it is critical that you are signed up for my Facts HQ Substack page. It is very simple to do. Just follow these steps. There is a free option. And for those who choose to become paying subscribers, there are lots of other perks.